All right. Hi, it's Crystal. And I had wanted to spend maybe a little more time getting these photos organized, but I told y'all I would have this out within a week. And so I'm just going to work my way through all these photos of Cousin Barry. And I'm going to get through everything. But this is my breakdown. And I'm showing that this individual is not only deceiving us with their gender, but they're also cloned. And they have a bunch of replacements, like as far as like this person's cloned from mummy DNA, which they're my ninth cousin. So they have what they did is they spliced some blood from my family's, like the British royal crown bloodline. They spliced that in together with Akhenaten's DNA. And I'm going to get to that. But okay. Let's see. I'm just going to start from the top because I don't want to get sidetracked or get like off on a tangent or something. Okay. For one, this character is the biblical AC. BO is. And recently I saw they came out with this show right here that's on YouTube called Black Renaissance. And I was like, oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Renaissance? Renaissance means rebirth. And so they're hinting, like my friend Aaron on Exalted Lamb channel is the Exalted Lamb one. But yeah, he's always talking about how BO is Mr. 57. And there's five, like you see 57 with him all the time. 57. And sometimes you'll even see 75. You'll see it, but they flip the number. They use gematria for everything, and they flip the numbers around. But this Black Renaissance here, I'm gonna get to this. Okay, so Renaissance means rebirth, like birth of the AC. Okay, like I had found this one that Black Renaissance. This is gematria, but it equals out to 295. And yes, like 9 plus 2 is 11, and so that would be like it backwards 511. And that's code for what Aaron believes is the date for the big FFs, like the TSU NAMI FFs is would be actually 529, but they hide it, like they hide it with 511 because 9 plus 2 is 11. So this could be 529 and 9 plus 2 is 11. So it could be 511 and 529, meaning May, because that's when he believes that the FFs are going to be happening. Then I showed this one to Aaron. This one right here, I showed that one to Aaron. And then he came back with this. Like he emailed me this one back. And so Renaissance means rebirth, right? So he put it in Black Rebirth, right? And then look, it is it's 529. But so it's the same numbers. It's 925, 529. It's the same code because Renaissance means rebirth, and look, that's in the satanic cipher. So it's congruent. What that means, if you come back with, if you put different phrases they give you into the gematrinator, into the calculator, and a lot of times in a certain cipher, it'll give you, if it's congruent, that means they'll give you the same set of numbers in one cipher, and then a lot of times in the other cipher, it'll be reversed. So that's what happened with this. Okay. Then there's the part about Obama being a clone. So I'm just going to go ahead and get onto this here. Okay. Oh, nice slit pupil there, by the way. That's like, that looks like a clone pupil. It's just so obvious. Like, if it happens to one of my family members, it doesn't happen like in that obvious of a way. But I'm sure this person could just stand there. And I've seen video of them where they're just talking and their pupils just slit the whole time. It's made in a lab. I mean, even initially, they took and they spliced DNA from my family line. They spliced in some Obama DNA. I mean, some Akhenaten DNA in there. And this proves it right here, okay? So look, this is half of Obama's face, right? And then this other half is a bust of Akhenaten. And you can, they kind of stylized with the brows here. And it's kind of like you see Akhenaten had big ears as well that stick out. But it's like, look at how the crease in the mouth matches. It's mirrored. It's perfectly, gosh, what's the word for that? Where it's the same on both sides. That's what it is. I'll probably think of it later. But no, in the gematria tells you basically, okay, Obama and then Akhenaten, wow, that comes out to 666. The mark of the beast. Then, okay, so it's like together, their names together comes out to 666. And they love this English Sumerian. A lot of times when they're coding stuff about Obama, it's in English Sumerian. But right here, then look at this. Akhenaten comes out to 474, right? And then in Luke 10, verse 18, Jesus said, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from the heavens, right? And in his Aramaic Hebrew, okay, lightning in Hebrew, lightning is barak, okay? Lightning is barak. And and then bama means falling from the heavens. So he's literally said, now the rest of the sentence would have been Hebrew as well, but he said, I beheld Satan as Barack Obama. And look how Barack Obama is congruent with Akhenaten. That's a match. The odds of that, and it's in the same cipher too. Look at that. English Sumerian all the way across. The same cipher. All of that's congruent with, all these separate things are congruent with each other. And with this character, because that character is made from Akhenaten DNA and English Royal Crown DNA spliced all together. So it's like not all the features on this character are the same as this, but it's a lot the same. Even later on, like I have a photo of Akhenaten that was like a statue, and Aaron has showed me before, even the navel, like the shape of the navel is identical on Akhenaten and Obama. It's really crazy. But yes, when all these things are congruent, especially in the same cipher, I mean, it's obvious. And the face, the nose, the lips, the little laugh line right here, it's identical. All of it. Okay, so I'm going to go back out here. Okay. This right here, as far as the gender breakdown part, I don't want to say the other word of what kind of video this is, because it's like I could lose my whole channel for this. So, in any case, okay, I'm going to break this picture down. And I've broken it down before. Like I broke Obama down from one photo, but the first thing I'm noticing right here is that there's a small head there's no brow ridges, a vertical forehead, okay? There's no squareness or boxiness whatsoever to the jawline. That's a soft sloping jawline that comes like straight straight sloping down, like from the ear down. They have a pointed chin. They have, in some photos, they may have like a pea-sized Adam's apple, but that, it's like, if that. There's like nothing in the neck. They have a short neck, okay? The shoulders are sloping down. They have slumped shoulders. Then the collarbones also, like on a male, the collarbones will go, they'll be like sticking out, and they will be like straight and protruding, and they will go completely horizontal all the way to the edge of the shoulder. And right here, it's like you can see they start up here and they go and they stop like around right here. They're not going hard out to the edge. And look at how also on a female, the arm, look at how the arms kind of, the natural angle of them is they kind of splay away from the body to make room for the hips. And also the hips here are, because that's the edge of the shoulder, but if you go to where the edge of the collarbone is, like there, right there, the hips are just about equal with the shoulders. Then, I mean, they are kind of a tall person, but the humerus bone doesn't look that long. The arms are just slightly longer than crotch level. See, there's crotch level. There's a hand. A lot of times with the MTFs, you'll see the hand will be coming down. It'll be like actually like down here, like approaching the knee, and theirs is not. Also, yeah, the arms, the angle the arms go out from the body to make room for their spreading hips right here. Then we see asymmetrical breast tissue. Boobies. These look like boobies right here. The left one, she's left breast is larger than the right one. And look, this is a hard marker right here. There's the indent. There it is on this side. There it is on that side. It's above the navel. It's like 2 inches at least. You see it? It's above the navel. And then the hips spread out. Like there's the waistline. The hips are way wider than the waistline at the indentation mark. Way bigger, wider. And there, like the hip comes out from here. Look, it goes down at an angle towards the middle. There, this one too. With a male, their femur bone will insert more vertical straight into the pelvis. But we've got a Q angle here. And then the kneecaps are soft. They're a relatively slender person, but they have soft kneecaps. And the way that the leg muscle looks, it curves down into the ankle. And I have another picture later where I can show that too. They also have, their digit ratio is more like where the index and the ring are the same length. And I have a picture with that too. But just feminine, everything feminine. They have the most feminine skull that I've ever broken down on anybody. And I have more pictures of that too. Okay. This picture here, and this is more of the same. It's the same day. But this shows a lot right here. Okay. Also, females, they have a curve. Like with the real female, basically at your neck, like from your neck, right below your neck, it kind of, your back kind of flares out. And then around the bra line, like it flares out, how it's flaring out right here. And then around the bra line is where it curves back in. And then it curves back out above the rear. With a man, they're going to have a straight, like a more of a bored and straight flat back, where it's flat from their neck and it may curve down right above the rear, but that's it. And you can see the curve where he's kind of like lording over forward. That's a female curve in the back. And then it curves out above the rear. Just everything on this person is so feminine. They have delicate little tiny wrists as well. This is not my photo. I took this. I took just a screenshot, a still shot from one of Tamara's videos. But no, this is an imposter for sure. But no, this is Biden. This is Obama in a Biden mask. Okay, look at the neck. Wow. That looks like Obama's skin tone, right? Look at this. Look how ridiculous this is. The mask is gaping away from the neck. Now, look at this. You see the ears? You can see the big ears that are sticking out more. They tried to pin them down, but they're sticking. The brown ear of Obama is sticking out from behind the Biden mask. Like, it's sticking out. It's a poorly done mask. Like, why would they even do this? just to laugh at the masses. That's why they would do this. And look, this is all her work right here. She found this. But yeah, imposter. And you see the mask literally peeling up off the neck. And who is that under there? There's a earlobe coming out. It's Obama. And even the hands, they had on plastic prosthetics over the hands too, but it was Obama under there. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Oh, here's more on, like, we already looked at this about the cloning. And yes, they can take DNA. They can make a baby these days in a test tube. They can splice DNA. They even, it was like 3 or 4 years back, I had heard about how there's technology now where it's like you don't even, like, if there's two like gay moms, like lesbian moms, and they want to have a child, if they're rich enough, okay, they can take DNA from both of these moms and they can splice that together somehow and create a living viable child from that. Even though you have to have like an XX or an X, you have to have a Y chromosome in there, like, and two women, there's not the Y chromosome in there. I don't know how they do it, but they do it in the lab. It's fallen angel technology. It's like, it's not, I'm not meant to know how they do this, but they know, and they're doing it. But Obama still has at least 15 markers, I would say. So it's still a female. Like, Aaron thinks that it's a Baphomet. Which, yeah, a Baphomet would be someone that portrays both sexes. And that's what this is. But this is actually, like, and then the stuff about, I think the Larry Sinclair guy, that to me sounded like BS. Barry Soetoro. But it's BS. Like, they feed stories to the masses. It's like that man came out talking about, like, fellatio for drugs in the backseat of a car. They talk about stuff like this, trying to, just like how they did with Bill Clinton. And Monica Lewinsky was a big old drag man. We know this. But then they have Bill Clinton come out, and then they talking about Monica Lewinsky, the affair, and the semen on the dress and all this. They're just the Larry Sinclair story and the Clinton story. It's just to try to throw off the masses, trying to make it more believable to where you'll believe that it's a man. Like, they want you to think that Obama is a gay man, but it's not a man. It's a female in a man drag is what it is. Anyways, so here is more of the cloning sort of proofs that Aaron gave me this slide. Thank you, Aaron. But yes, here you have the bust, and this is kind of stylized, so it's kind of exaggerated here, but still, it's like the lips, the nose, like the eyes. If you just look at the statue of Akhenaten, it looks like Obama, and it has the curves. It like an hourglass figure. It's like, duh, it came straight from Akhenaten. That's why Obama has that hourglass figure like that. And they have the same navel, the same shape of their navel. It's really wild. Okay, and then look at Putin. That's a dead ringer for Julius Caesar. It's a dead ringer. And it's like now the Putin, and Putin has been cloned. You can see them with eyes, like their eyes are supposed to be like blue-green right here. I've seen them with their eyes turning reddish amber, and they can be talking and have their eyes be slit. Like they have been knocked off and imposterized as well. But it looks like that they were made from clone DNA in the first place. But see, there's a difference between the clones. Like they make a clone like this. They make a clone like this with splicing mummy DNA. Because if they can get good enough of a DNA sample, they can straight up make a clone. And then if they can splice in DNA from, like how they did from My Family Line, they splice in DNA from a mummy, they can grow it in a lab. They even these days, like they've shown where they've grown sheep in a lab, and they had an artificial womb, and you can see the little sheep moving around inside the artificial womb. They don't even need a womb. They can grow, like if they can do that with the sheep, they could do that with humans too. But the cloning that they do when they like knock someone off and then they just make duplicates, that duplication cloning is different from cloning, and that's what they originally did to Obama. However, there are several other duplicates running around. They look slightly different, but I don't have like days and days to get into all of that. I need to get back on track because I'm getting sidetracked. This is a young childhood picture of Cousin Barry. And there's nothing on this. Like, their jaw is soft. Their chin is pointy. The dental arch is narrow. They don't have any sort of a brow ridge at all. They have a vertical forehead. Like, and look how slumpy. Look at how tiny the shoulders are, too. Like, the stature of this person, and they have a tiny little neck. It's like if this character was dressed up in female clothes and had longer hair, they would be the girl that they are, because they are one. I'm gonna move on. Okay, here is Obama, and like people were freaking out so much or making jokes about this tan suit, but no, this shows actually a lot. You got a little bit of a cue that I can see right there, but you got sloping down small shoulders, okay, that are sloping down. There's where the waist comes in. You can see it through the suit. It's like they're not fooling me. Look at the hips down here are wider. Look, that's the smallest part, is right there. That's the waist indent. You can see it straight through the suit. And look, a hand being slightly longer than crotch level is normal. The hand, like halfway, like there's the, like where the hip bone would be, there's the knee. With a male, as lanky as they are, if it was a real man, the hand should be down like another hand length further. This is still within female limits. And it's like the way he's crossing his leg down here, it's like they're showing a Q angle right here. It's slight. They don't have a super pronounced Q angle, but they don't have to because they have all these other markers. And once again, you can see this is a soft, sloping, curved jawline that smoothly, a male's jawline will come down more like a box. It'll come down straight and then across more closely towards what a 90-degree angle would do. There's no angle here at all. See that? It's like the jawbone just straight from the ear. It's straight down, but at a smooth sloping angle. And look at the small head. No brow ridge to speak of whatsoever. Small enough mouth. Now, it's like, I have a picture when they were a teenager, and it's like they do have kind of, their dental arch looked narrower, and their teeth looked smaller. They've done something to the teeth to try to make this character look more masculine. But you got pointy chin, short neck, soft jawline. Oh, they don't have any prominent cheekbones either. They have a flat face. It's just a soft and flat face. No brow ridge, vertical forehead. There's no angle back, which in African Americans or blacks, they don't have to always, a male doesn't have to have a sloping back forehead, but they would have a thickening of the brow and the eyes would be set back. But these eyes are close together and they're not set back. They're very close to the surface. And once again, it's like the arms here, it's like they naturally splay away from the hips. But you'll see Obama, if you pay attention all the time, you'll see them in a suit. And that suit is showing off their pretty little hourglass figure. Let me move on. Okay, that picture has like the teeth. Let me find this other picture. Okay. You see this here? Like this is so feminine. It's ridiculous. Like, who has the brow ridges? Here, right there. The wide dental arch right there. The prominent cheekbones there. Look, there's no prominent cheekbones. They just have a soft and a flat. They have a soft face, a flat face. And their teeth, look at their teeth here. Okay, I'm just looking to see if I see anything else. There's absolutely zero brow ridges on this person and a vertical forehead. This one has a forehead that's sloping back a little bit, but they have deep set. See how deeply set their eyes are? Obama's eyes are like right on the surface. And look at this dainty little tiny wrist. They are a tall, lanky person, so they have, you know, but it's still, it doesn't look like a man hand to me. Look at that dainty little tiny wrist. Soft looking hands. It doesn't look like man hands. Looks like a taller, lanky person that's been put on testosterone hands. Now, that smile I showed you, right? Let me show it to you again real quick. See? It's like they have kind of long teeth, but no, you're going to see right here, they did something to these teeth. See? They like added veneers or something onto the teeth to make them bigger and look longer. Trying to masculinize Obama. But now it just looks like the teeth are too big for the mouth. This is a scary picture though. This is like both of them have slit. Okay, slit. Yes, and over here it's slit and slit as well. Not a surprise. This is also a clone, but it's a clone from Queen T. But Queen T, I don't know, like, I think they could have been, like in ancient Egypt, they could have had, like, fallen angels taught, like, they're the ones with the technology to do all this cloning and stuff. So it wouldn't really surprise me that they could take DNA from Queen T, because Queen T was Akhenaten's mother. So they put Akhenaten and then Queen T together as a couple. But they make this one male and then this one female. I don't know. But anyways, okay. So we see that they have done something with the teeth. They made them longer, bigger, to make the mouth appear bigger. But it's not really bigger. It's just big, and the teeth look oversized for the face. Now, look at the look in their eyes right here. Look at Michael right here. Look in the eyes. Look at how, first off, like the brow ridges are ridiculous on this person, and the shape of the forehead is a male shape. They have like a Beyonce shaped forehead. If you've ever looked at that, don't. But anyways, right here, look at this aggressive look in the eyes of Michael. And look at the soft gaze. That's a female gaze right here, and that's a man stare. That's a piercing male. There's male energy behind those eyes, and it's not right here at all. Very feminine. They might have a pea of an Adam's apple there. Pointed chin. Just such a female face. Everything about it. There's no brow bone. The eyes are not deep set. They have no prominent cheekbones like this creature over here. Sloping down shoulders always. And this one, of course, has the ring longer than the index, but that's not a hard marker. So it's like I'm not going to use that. It's just something I notice and then kind of move on. All right. Sorry, I had to take a restroom break because I'm on hydrochlorothiazide. That's a mouthful, huh? But anyways, okay, I'm going to get back on track here. Oh, this is a good photo right here. This right here shows basically all you need to see as far as the Transvestigation part of it. Yes, okay. This is exactly what I was talking about. Right here, look. Okay. I guess I'll just break down the skull again. Because there's a lot of times when I have beginners on my channel, actually. No jawline to speak of. Look at this. You talk about a square jawline. There's no jawline there. It's like so soft that it's invisible. Pointed chin. Okay. No prominent cheekbones like this person over here has that is male. They have no brow ridge. They have eyes that are close set and shallowly, they're not deep set back into the skull. They have a short neck, okay? So I broke down the skull. Now, look, follow from the neck, okay? So right here below the neck, it flares out, right? Their back's curving. Look where it curves in at. You can see it. It flares out. The back flares out below the neck. It curves back in right where the bra line would be. Right there. Because the shirt is kind of clinging right there. So it flares out, flares in, and then it flares out. See that? It flares in right about here. Go down, and it flares out right above the rear. That is a classic female curve. Right here. It's an S curve. And a man is supposed to have a straight and flat back from their neck down to, and it'll flare out right above the rear. So it would flare out here, but all of this curve in and out from the neck and in. Yep, that is a hard marker. Now, sometimes a man might have, like, they could have lordosis or something. Like, there's a family member, I'm not going to mention their name, but they had to have surgery in their back, but they're a man, they're kind of hunched over, but that was in the top of the back. Still, the rest of the back is straight and flat, and that's not the case on this person. This is a female curve. They don't have scoliosis. They don't have lordosis or kyphosis. They just are a female. It flares out, in, and out above the rear. That's done and dusted already as far as I'm concerned. But I have more photos to go through. It's like, I knew this was going to end up being a long video. But that's okay. Alright, so we went over this predator sort of look in the eyes right here, and then the soft female gaze. This picture is a perfect example of that. Like, this is it's a aggressive tone in the eyes right there. And a male naturally has that. You can't, and then Obama doesn't have it, and you can't fake it. Then right here, look at this. This, you can see how the back is flaring in and out there again. But look at this. Look how short in this picture. It's like they may be photoshopping and doctoring some of these photos to try to make Obama's arms look longer. If you look at that, this hand is right at crotch level in this photo. And they have tiny, delicate hands. And they have no jawline. Well, I mean, this is a soft jawline. At least you can see it there. But it's so faint. A male's jawline is supposed to come down more like a box. Like, not completely 90 degrees, but I'd say 80 degrees at least. And then this jawline just curves softly down. Gradually, just softly from the ear down to the pointed chin. And they have a narrow chin as well. So many female characteristics. Okay. And this. Okay, right here. This is what I was talking about as far as like the digit ratio. See right here how Michael Obama has the ring way longer than the index. That is true sometimes in males. Sometimes I've also had some of my subs come through and tell me that a male can occasionally have the index longer than the ring. But it's not that often that happens. Usually a male will have the ring longer. But then females, like both my daughters have, Daisy has both ring fingers longer than the index. And then Lex has on one of her hands, the ring is longer than the index. So, I mean, the ring longer than the index is not a hard marker. But, look at Obama's hand. God, look at the dainty wrist. For someone that tall that's supposed to be a man, it's like males have wider wrists. The bones are thicker and the wrist would be wider for that tall of a person. And look, in this picture right here, it's like the index and the ring are the same length. So they're not even showing, it's like most males do have the ring longer. They're not even showing that. So that's what I wanted to show in that picture. Oh gosh. Okay. This is funny because of what I set up here. You can read this. I need photos of this with this. But yes, that's something that has happened in not just one photo, but you can find it all over the internet. If you haven't seen that, Michelle is a dude. And then they appeared on the Ellen show dancing and then wearing white pants. And then their member was all over the place, flopping around and stuff. You can look that up too. But no, what they do in Hollywood or in the White House, which both of those are the same bloodline, Hollywood and the White House. Presidents and Hollywood stars and stuff, they come from the same exact bloodline. And it's the English crown bloodline. Like 95+% of them. Really. But the point I'm getting at is that what they do in Hollywood is that they will have someone, they'll be reverse transgendered to where they're not usually gay. Occasionally there will be a couple that could be gay, but that's not what the norm is. It's like they go, what they're going to do is that they raise their children from birth to be the opposite, to portray themselves at least as the opposite gender of what they were born as. So we see Michael right here presenting like this. So, I mean, it only makes sense that Obama would be a female. Because this is a male portraying a female. So Obama naturally would be a female portraying a male. Just like Donna Jo Drumpf was. But there's so much I could get into as far as the FFs they plan to do in the future and all these proofs that Obama's the Antichrist and all this, but it's like I can't spend all day on a video doing that, because really if I was gonna bring up a few things, I'd want to bring it all, and it would be like a video that's like 12 hours long at least. Okay, just to kind of drive the point home further, let's look at this. This is a good image right here of the collarbones. See, on a female, the collarbones will go up. Okay, with a male, they would be protruding. With how slender they are, they would be protruding and they would be up and they would go horizontal and they'd stick out all the way to the edge of the shoulder. But see, on a female like this, the collarbone will come up and look, that's where it ends. Right there. It ends right there. And see, this one comes up and it ends right there. It ends shy of the shoulder. And it comes up in an angle like it's V'd up. It comes up in a V sort of angle. Boobies, both. That's the larger one. Asymmetrical breast tissue is a trait of a female. And waist indent right here. Waist indent. You can see the waist indentations where the narrowest part is on Obama from any angle. And it doesn't matter if sometimes it might look like there's something in the pants, because they can put a cod piece in here. They can put a sock in there. They even sell, like for people that are going through transition, like they'll sell, like if they're an MTF, they'll sell like a piece that they can put in their pants that has like a camel toe in it. It sounds ridiculous, but they do. And so it's like if there's something there, like you can discount that, because you got waist indents up here, you got asymmetrical boobies, you've got a flat vertical forehead with no brow ridge, just no soft jawline, pointed chin, short neck, nothing in the neck, no Adam's apple, relatively small head, spreading hips. That's the thinnest part. This part in the hips down here is wider than this right here. And there's the edge. This is a great photo for showing the edge of the collarbone, because it goes right to there and right to there. Right there. And that's where you would measure it from, is the collarbones. And then those, it's like, to me, and at least right here, the hips look wider than where the shoulders come to right there, because it's supposed to be even on a female, but in this photo it actually looks wider. And they don't have, on a male, they'll have like a higher set navel. The navel will be higher up proportionally on the abdomen, and that doesn't look like a high navel to me at all. And the indentation is above it. And if you need to see the indentation again, you can go back to the other photo where I was showing the indentation. But yeah, anything you see here, I would discount that, because they can just, they have prosthetics they can put in there. All right, my daughter woke up and came downstairs, so I had to pause it for a second. Okay, I wanted to see. Okay, we've been through this. I've been through this. Dainty wrists. No, but look. No brow ridge. Shallow set eyes that are close together. Vertical forehead. Too small of a head to be a man. Short neck. Nothing in the neck. Kind of bony, but dainty still fingers. And they, no matter how hard they try, they have a soft look in their eyes. And it's like, Ariana Grande made that song saying God is a woman. That's what they're referring to as this, because this is a woman. You're not fooling me. Here is a teenage picture or young adult picture. And it's very feminine. It's a female face. If they had, and look, sloping down shoulders, softer than ever looking jawline. It looks softer than, just as soft as other photos, but I mean really soft jawline. A male's jaw is supposed to come down kind of like this, and then come across more at like a 90, almost a 90-degree angle, and you don't have that. That's a soft, an unremarkably soft jawline. And shallow set eyes, close set eyes, relatively small mouth. But I mean, there are variances, but still, this is just a feminine face. Everything about Obama's face is feminine. And I guess I will end with this. No, but what Aaron had been talking about is like the shape of Obama's navel. Okay? See how it's like, it is shaped like, see how it kind of is rounded? It's like a crescent on the top, and then it comes down, like it points down in the middle here. Like if you go back, I might go back to that other picture and show you. But with Akhenaten right here, of course, they made they kind of distorted the features and made them look stylized. But is it a coincidence that Akhenaten and Barack Obama are the same in the gematria, all in the same cipher? That comes out to exactly the same numbers, and it comes out to 666. It's not a coincidence. And look at the figure of this. It's like, that's why I'm thinking they may have been switching up genders even possibly thousands of years ago within certain cultures. Like within the royalty of certain cultures, definitely. Yeah, that's a feminine figure. There's Obama's face. And look at this navel, okay? I'm going to go back to that other picture. Pictures where you can see it. The top of the navel, it has that half moon shape, and then it kind of comes down. Now they have a little bit of more body fat on their stomach. They have some subcutaneous fat there, but if you look at the top, the shape is like a crescent on the top. It's like a half moon shape on the top, and then it comes down like a diamond shape on the bottom. It's exactly the same as Akhenaten belly, as the shape of the belly button. And as Aaron is the one that noticed that. I give credit where it's due. But see, they're wearing girdles too, which is another thing he pointed out. If they just let the flab, if they were not wearing these like corset girdle things, then the stomach would sit. It would look even more similar. But yes, this is it for my breakdown on Stinky B.O., Cousin Barry. And I hope everybody has a blessed day. Sorry it was so long.